Hey guys, this is Amit and you're watching Tech Dad. In this video, we are going to compare between Samsung Galaxy F52 5G versus Samsung Galaxy F62. And we will discuss which one is better in camera, performance, display, body of the devices, features, communication chips and about the prices. In the end of the video, I will tell you which one is better according to me. So watch this video till the end. So without wasting any time, let's start the video. Let the comparison start with the camera of the devices. Talking about the rear camera of the devices, F52 have quad camera setup, 64 megapixel of wide camera, 8 megapixel of ultra wide camera, 2 megapixel of macro camera and 2 megapixel of depth sensor. Whereas F62 comes with quad camera setup, 64 megapixel of wide camera, 12 megapixel of ultra wide camera, 5 megapixel of macro camera and 5 megapixel of depth sensor. So the winner here is F62 because it have better camera sensor. And about the front camera of the devices, F52 have 16 megapixel of wide camera, whereas F62 have 32 megapixel of wide camera. So the winner here is F62 because it can take low noisy photos in low light conditions. Let's talk about the camera features of the devices. F52 have LED flash HDR and panorama, whereas F62 have LED flash HDR and panorama. So I will call it a tie. And about the video recording options in the devices, F52 can shoot 4K video max at 30 fps, Full HD video max at 120 fps. Whereas F62 can shoot 4K video max at 30 fps, Full HD video max at 30 fps. So without a doubt, the winner here is F52 because it can record in high FPS. Moving to the performance of the devices, let's start with the operating system of the devices. F52 have Android 11 support, on the other side F62 have Android 11 support. So it's a tie. And about the user interface of the devices, F52 have one UI whereas F62 comes with one UI too. So it's a tie because both of the user interface have different UI. Let's talk about the processor of the devices. F52 have Snapdragon 750G 5G based on 8nm processor, whereas F62 is powered by Exynos 9825 based on 8nm processor. So the winner here is F62 because it has slightly faster processing speed. And about the GPU of the devices, F52 is packed with Adreno 619, whereas F62 is packed with Mali G76. So the winner here is F62 because it can give you more FPS in games. Let's talk about the clock speed of the devices. F52 can clock at 2.2 GHz based on octa-core Creo chipset, whereas F62 can clock at 2.73 GHz based on octa-core Cortex chipset. So the winner here is F62 because it have faster clock speed. And about the RAM variants in the devices, F52 have only one option, 8GB of RAM variant, whereas F62 have two options, 6 and 8GB of RAM variant. So clearly the winner here is F62 because it have multi-RAM options. Let's talk about the internal storage of the devices. F52 comes with only 128GB of storage, whereas F62 also have 128GB of storage. So it's a tie. And about the external storage of the devices, F52 have dedicated card slot, whereas F62 also have dedicated card slot. So it's a tie. Moving to the display features of the devices, let's start with the display size of the devices. F52 have 6.6 inches of display, whereas F62 have 6.7 inches of display. So it's a tie because both of the devices have approximately same screen size. And about the screen to body ratio of the devices, F52 have 83.6%, whereas F62 have 86.7%. So the winner here is F62 because it have bigger ratio. Let's talk about the screen resolution of the devices. F52 comes with Full HD Plus display. On the other side, F62 have Full HD Plus display. So it's a tie. And about the display type of the devices, F52 have TFT display having 120Hz of refresh rate, whereas F62 have Super AMOLED display. So the winner here is F62 because it have Super AMOLED display which can produce more sharper images, viewing angles are better and color vibrance is much more better than TFT panel. Moving to the body features of the devices, let's start with the thickness of the devices. F52 have 8.7mm of thickness, whereas F62 have 9.5mm of thickness. So the winner here is F52 because it have slimmer body design. Talking about the weight of the devices, F52 have 199 grams of weight, whereas F62 have 218 grams of weight. So the winner here is F52 because it have lighter body weight. And about the protective glass of the devices, F52 have Gorilla Glass 3, whereas F62 also have Gorilla Glass 3. So it's a tie because both of the devices have same generation of glass which can give you same protection. Let's talk about the build quality of the devices. F52 have plastic back with plastic frame, whereas F62 have plastic back with plastic frame. So the winner here is F62. So I will call it a tie because both of the devices have same build quality. And about the SIM options in the devices, both of the devices have dual nano SIM support, so it's a tie. Moving to some of the most important features of the devices. Let's start with the fingerprint scanner of the devices. F52 have side-mounted fingerprint scanner. On the other side, F62 have side-mounted fingerprint scanner too. So it's a tie. And about the sensors in the devices, F52 have accelerometer, gyroscope, proximity and compass, whereas F62 also have accelerometer, gyroscope, proximity and compass. So again, it's a tie. Let's talk about the battery capacity of the devices. F52 have 4500 mAh of battery capacity, whereas F62 have massive 7000 mAh of battery capacity. So the winner here is F62 because it have massive battery capacity. Let's talk about the charging speed of the devices. F52 have 25 watts of fast charging, whereas F62 have 25 watts of fast charging. So it's a tie because both of the devices have same charging speed. Let's talk about the loudspeaker of the devices. F52 comes with normal speakers, whereas F62 have normal speakers too. So it's a tie. And about the headphone jack of the devices, F52 have 3.5mm of headphone jack, whereas F62 also have. So it's a tie. Moving to the communication chips in the devices, starting with the WLAN of the devices. Both of the devices comes with Wi-Fi AC, dual band Wi-Fi, Wi-Fi direct and hotspot. So it's a tie. And about the Bluetooth version of the devices, F52 have 5th generation of Bluetooth, whereas F62 have 5th generation of Bluetooth. So it's a tie because both of the devices have same generation of Bluetooth. Let's talk about the positioning chips in the devices. F52 have AGPS, GLONASS, Galileo and BDS, whereas F62 also have AGPS, GLONASS, Galileo and BDS. So clearly it's a tie. And about the USB connectivity of the devices, F52 comes with 2nd gen of Type-C connector, whereas F62 also have 2nd gen of Type-C connector, but it have OTG support. So again, the winner here is F62. Moving to the price of the devices, in the international market, starting range of F52 is around $300, whereas F62 is available from $300. In the Indian market, F52 have starting range from 23,000 rupees, whereas F62 is available from 23,000 rupees. So the conclusion of the video is, in the camera the winner is F62, in the performance the winner is F62, in the display the winner is F62, in the body segment the winner is F52, in the features of the device it's a tie, in the communication chips it's a tie, and about the prices it's a tie again. So the decision is totally yours. Which device you like the most so far? Let me know in the comment below. What do you think, which device is better for you? So thank you guys for watching this video. If you like our content, please like our video, share this videos and subscribe to our channel. Comment what you thought in the comment below. If you're watching this video on Facebook, please like our page TechDad, and if you want to follow me on Instagram, here's my Instagram ID on the screen. This is Amit and I will see you guys in the next one. Till then, bye.